What the hell is a numberjack? A living number, apparently. Living inside a sofa, and no one ever questioned it. Not once. For 67 episodes, we all just went, yep, this makes sense. Well, today, we're questioning it, because something about this never added up. If you'll excuse the pun. The alien theory. The numberjacks are aliens. They're sapient numbers with some really advanced technology. Nothing like this could possibly exist on Earth. They may have even come to Earth to protect us from the Meanies' antics. So, according to this theory, the numberjacks are basically mass shapeshifters doing alien surveillance from the world's softest mothership. This will make some sense, but you'd think an alien would be a little bit more intelligent, right? Like, if they can make it all the way to Earth, surely they know how to count.
Then 4, 5, 6!
But what comes next? Tell me quick. What comes after 4, 5, and 6?
Oh, I don't know!
Bruh.
Quick reminder to hit subscribe if you're enjoying the video so far. Thank you. These numbers can cross the stars, but can't get their heads around basic counting when they're literally made of numbers? Who knows, maybe we got the thick ones, and the really intelligent ones are numbers like 391 or 784, and they're the ones that actually developed the alien technology. To me, this makes more sense because, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I really don't think that a number that doesn't know what comes after 6 is actually capable of intergalactic space travel. No offense, 3. The number taker theory. One fan theory reckons the number taker didn't just show up, he built the Meanies. Yep, the number taker created the other Meanies. He's shown to be inventive, with tools such as the number sucker upper. He might have also created them to have the healing factor, which explains why the problem blob can explode and regenerate. However, despite creating them all to hate numbers, if he did create them, he didn't necessarily write their personalities. I doubt he would have created the spooky spoon to be so arrogant, she thinks she's superior even to him, for example. If this is the case, then the experiments to create them went completely wrong, causing the Meanies to have vastly different personalities and tactics for being evil. However, they still work together occasionally, as the puzzler during Seaside Adventure said the numberjacks need to find 5 ways to make 10 before all the Meanies get together. This theory actually makes a lot of sense. I mean, maybe the number taker is a bit like Timmy Turner's teacher, Mr. Crocker, like how Mr. Crocker always realized that Timmy Turner had fairly godparents and he was the only one that did. Maybe the number taker is the only one that realizes that the numberjacks are real and doing things on Earth.
I have a great big present for you. If you can explain how you came to have a cake with real buttercream icing. Was it fairy godparents?
Just like Crocker, he is driven to insanity by his discovery and uses his inventiveness to create beings capable of destroying them. The fact that his own creations don't even listen to him isn't a deal breaker for this theory either. Think about every sci-fi film where the monster turns on its creator. Plus, the fact that they actually all team up together in Seaside Adventure proves to me that there's some actual synergy going on between the Meanies.
They've nearly got all 5 Meanies together.
I actually really like this theory. For me, it explains why the number taker is the only human Meanie. He created the blob of green goo and the freaky spoon in order to do his dirty work and smite those pesky numberjacks. The biology theory. Now for the question that's kept scientists, philosophers, and 8-year-olds up at night. Do numberjacks eat? They have no mouths, no digestive tracts, but apparently they've got soup preferences. Not much is known about their biology, but it's established into audio stories that the numberjacks do eat. In Potato Plot, 4 mutters he doesn't fancy chips for tea, and in Changing Room, 4 comments that broth is his favourite type of soup.
She gave them some broth without any bread.
Broth. That's my favourite type of soup.
I'm not going to discuss their body systems or blood, but it seems like all they need to do is rest to get better, since, in the dreaded lurgy, they're not seen taking medicine or anything, they were just lying on their bed. It's also unknown whether they can get other diseases, but I'm going to assume they do. So, they do eat, confirmed, and you know what? Here's a little bit more proof for you.
Son 4 and 6, are you alright?
I don't think I fancy chips for tea.
Do you know what? That's British TV at its finest. We got some plot holes? Just add soup. What could be better? The traumatized Meanies theory. Number Taker was bullied in school for sucking at maths, so takes all the numbers he can find in order to run away. Spooky Spoon was once a piece of children's cutlery that was destroyed in a terrorist attack, taking the life of her owner. Now with spectral powers, she sees humankind as selfish and dangerous, so causes chaos to keep them contained. The puzzler was a genius who never got any recognition, and his one shot to fame was taken from him when someone cheated and won. He then became fascinated with the simplicity of bubbles, so turned himself into one. However, this took away his compassion. The problem blob was once a humble slug who was tested on alongside other animals. He was the one survivor. Filled with anger, he absorbed their souls and uses them to control things. The Shape Japer once wanted to join the Numberjacks but was rejected due to not being a number, being nicked by 3. This caused her to despise 3 and gave her the mission to prove the power of shapes. This one reads like Shakespeare after 3 monster energies. Every villain tragic, misunderstood, in desperate need of group therapy and quite possibly a hug. Smash that like button if you think we need a Meanies spin-off series now. I hope you're listening, CBeebies. We in the Snipe Army want this right here, right now. The Lonely Number Taker Theory. And if the other Meanies get a series, the Number Taker deserves his own movie. Here's why. The Number Taker is a hopeless romantic. He is shown ruining a date in one episode. And in another episode, he replaced a girl's boyfriend and took away her noticing. Taking away people's noticing was the premise of the entire episode, because he just wanted a lover, even if the love was fake.
Oh.
I thought the brain gain got them noticing things again. Notice things and people!
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
And in another scene, he replaced a teacher in a class because he wanted to know how it's like to take care of children.
It's the Number Taker!
They haven't noticed.
He's pretending to be their teacher.
Notice things and people! Let's get rid of the Number Taker.
The Number Taker just wants a family, but he failed to achieve one. That's why he's evil. I'm sorry, is this Numberjacks or normal people? I mean, this is yet more proof that this man needs therapy, not a giant Hoover or sucker-upper, as y'all call it. 0 is God theory. The real rabbit hole, 0. The eldritch horror that birthed them all. Strap in. 0 was the first Numberjack, and he created the problem blob. All but one of the Numberjacks have buddy blocks who are apparently companions to the Numberjacks themselves, and however many buddy blocks they have to represent their number. So naturally 5 has 5 buddy blocks, 4 has 4 buddy blocks, and rather plainly 0 has none at all. However, the material of which the buddy blocks are made resembles both in colour and texture the respective Numberjacks themselves. And so the theory goes that 0 was naturally first to diverge of the stem material which gave rise both to the Numberjacks and the buddy blocks, and instead of creating a given number of buddy blocks, 0's excess stem material led to the creation of the problem blob. And then 0 commanded the creation of the other 9, somehow. One extension of this is that the 10 Numberjacks represent the Sun and the 9 orbiting planets, including Pluto. So 0 represents the Sun and is most powerful and forcing, and naturally 7 through 9, Uranus, Neptune and Pluto, are all estranged figures. That's right, 0 might be a god, or the Sun, or just an eldritch jellybean with abandonment issues. 0 the hero, don't you mean 0 the god? The unknown theory. And yet, despite all of our theories, there remain so many unanswered questions, and I mean so freaking many. Here's a few of them. Years ago, I tried to write a prequel fanfiction for how the Numberjacks came to be. I mean, there's a lot of gaping questions the series left me with. Why do the characters live inside a settee? How did they set up the base inside of said sofa? Where did they come from before that? Where did the Meanies come from? Are they aliens? Animals? Man-made monsters who escaped from a lab? Are there Numberjacks all over the world? Or are the 10 we see the only kind there are? How do they reproduce? Please, nobody actually answer that last question. Like, I just don't want to even think about that chisel, man. Please, nobody answer that. In the comments, nobody answer. I'm begging. Anyway, for the most part, I can relate to those questions. I mean, I too have lain awake late at night wondering, has the sofa base got plumbing? And if so, who the hell installed it? So, here's where me and Lucky, we throw it to you, Snipe Army. What are your Numberjacks theories? Do you know what? Drop them in that comment section below. The more deranged, the better. Who knows? Maybe I might make another video diving even deeper, if you can believe that, into this foam-filled madness. But I need you guys to provide me with some theories to elaborate on. I can't come up with everything myself. Cheers, guys. I am the Snipe.Snap. He is my cat, the Lucky. Snipe.Snap.Out. We'll see you soon. Let's do a few more Numberjacks videos because we're in deep now and it's only going to get deeper.